You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's The Voice After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's The Voice After Show.
Hello, everybody. Bing is for doing, and we're doing another after show for NBC's The Voice, Season 4, Episode 24, and we're down to the top 5 already.
Woo!
It's getting scary. I'm Jason Ikeler, and who do I have with me
Well,
tonight?
you have Christian Rosenberg
and Chloe West.
Chloe channeling her inner Taylor Swift tonight.
Yes, I got the curls and I got my summer dress on.
And my lips did.
And my lipstick.
Lipstick. Let's talk about the Swon Brothers.
Maybe she got her lips did. We don't know.
I said lips did. You said lipstick.
It definitely sounded like lips did.
Completely off topic already. Let's talk about the Swon Brothers.
Starting on fire.
From Team Blake. Their first song was Turn the Page by Bob Seger. And I don't want to start off the show negatively, so you guys go first.
Well, you know, this to me was probably my favorite performance of theirs over the last 3 weeks or so. I'm not saying it was a great performance or anything, but I've really not liked their performances over the last several weeks. But I kind of enjoyed the setup for it. I enjoyed the harmonies in the song. I like this song. It's a good song. So for the Swon Brothers, I thought this was good. For a final 5, they don't belong.
Okay.
Okay, I agree.
Thank you for clarifying that.
I know, but
I actually don't agree. I don't think it's their best performance in a while. I think it was one of their more boring performances. But you know what I thought during this? I go, oh my God, I cannot wait to see them on the next cruise I take.
Oh, burn. That's exactly what I thought too, because it wasn't bad. It's just a knockoff. And I think it proved that the Swon Brothers are not artists because they don't approach a song and make it their own. They sound like Bob Seger on this song. And when they sing country hick songs, they sound like the country hick singer that sings them.
Okay, country hick is a little harsh.
Okay, I'm just saying. They're bar singers. They're not, you know what I mean? Like, they'd be fun to karaoke with, but they're not artists.
Right. I agree.
So yeah, just very karaoke.
Yeah, very karaoke, very boring.
Which is something that we kind of said last week. You know, like these guys would be like great. These guys would be like country karaoke champions.
Yeah, if I had a couple drinks in me and was out, I'd have a great time. But I'm not.
I think they'll be.
This is water in my cup.
After the show, then we go to the bar.
Then we enjoy the Swon Brothers. So there are 2 songs I thought they did do a good job of picking contrasting songs. The second song that they chose was Danny's song. And I thought this was actually one of the best moments they've had in the show in a while. But I think Big Brother Swon needs to let go of Little Brother Swon, because Big Brother Swon, I still don't know their names and I don't see the point of learning them. Zach and Colton. Yeah, I'm just going to
Zach is Big Brother.
Okay, Big Zach needs to drop Little Colton, because Big Zach is actually pretty talented. And Colton, even when he's singing, his whole throat is strained and his jaw is locked and he just looks uncomfortable and he sounds uncomfortable.
Yeah, I totally agree. Zach is great. He's really talented and he obviously plays a lot of instruments and can really sing. And Colton is just, when he doesn't have a guitar in his hand and he's not walking around trying to work the crowd, he's really not doing anything.
Exactly.
Yeah. This song was actually like really funny to me because all of a sudden when they started doing Danny's song, the only thing that I can ever imagine when I hear this song is when I was in elementary school in gym class.
This is very emotional.
It's so emotional.
So deep.
The music kicks in.
Where are you going with this?
This actually isn't at all serious. It's actually kind of comical. In gym class, we would always like beginning of each gym class, we'd stretch, and then we would, you know, like run around the gym, like do laps or whatever. This is the song that my gym teacher would play while we're stretching for some odd reason. Like, this was like the relaxing song that we were supposed to stretch to, and then we'd run around to Wipeout. That's what we did every gym class. So anytime I hear the song, no matter who does it, because that was literally kindergarten through 4th grade, every gym class. So it was just crazy.
Thank you for that trip down memory lane.
Trip down memory lane. But now back to their performance.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, the song reminded me of it. But yeah, so the song, but again, kind of with Colton, it's just like, you know, he'll get his. I'm trying to get to my point.
We're sorry, we
but
have
you
no
guys
control
keep
over what he
up.
says. It just comes out, and we just have to take it.
They do say at the end of the show, the views and opinions of us do not reflect anything.
Or the other people on the panel.
Yeah.
But no, like, I get what you were saying with Colton straining his neck and everything. I mean, he'll have his moments where he'll get, like, to sing. But again, this was like his one note, this entire song. And
he's got okay harmonies.
He does.
But they're just okay. He doesn't take any, like, huge risks.
He's sitting on a stool behind the piano, behind his brother. It's like, that would be where, like, a girl would be sitting and listening to her man play and serenade a song.
Okay.
And
I was nervous for where you were going with that. I was like, what's the girl doing? Playing the tambourine?
Why can't she play the piano?
Why can't she sing?
Why do you guys contradict everything I say before I finish saying it?
Because you just told us a story about gym class in 4th grade.
Because it has to do with Danny's song.
Okay.
Can we please move on from the Swon
please.
Brothers?
I'm over the Swon Brothers, and let's hope that The Voice is over them, because that's who I want to go home.
But when you watched their home piece and you saw that they filled that whole place just for them, I don't think anybody else was performing. I was shocked.
I was too, because
I was more shocked at, like, the trolley with, like, the blocks of people.
And that is who is voting for them.
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Just only Oklahoma.
And the people who
Maybe
like
Arkansas.
And the people who like the good old country boys.
They're not good old country
They're
boys.
not,
They're good
though.
old country knockoffs.
Yeah.
Knockoff is never.
But the majority of America, thinks they're the good old country boys, not knockoffs.
America, if you're listening to this, clean your ears, because they're just not good. Let's get into somebody who is good. Sasha Allen from Team Shakira. And Sasha first sang I Will Always Love You. And this is written by Dolly Parton, and nobody gave her credit tonight, so I got to throw that out there for my girl Dolly. But the Whitney Houston song.
Let's be real. Whitney brought.
Oh, yeah, Whitney made it huge, but you got to give Dolly some
song.
writing credits. I thought she looked beautiful, and I thought she made the song her own. I just don't necessarily like what she did with it.
I agree.
Because I think she
I actually agree with you also.
She sounds
We all
really
agree on
pretty, but I think when Whitney sings it with like a punch, and every like line she sings is just like, huh, and Sasha was almost too flowy.
And Sasha can do that. That's the thing.
Yes.
I honestly don't think I would have minded if she did an exact version.
Yep, exact replica.
Because she can do it.
Because it's so hard that if you can do that, just do it, which she can. So it would be amazing. But I understand why she didn't.
And I almost appreciate that she took a risk and tried to make it her own. I just don't think it necessarily worked. And for me, this was my least favorite Sasha performance in the competition.
I agree, actually.
I wouldn't put it my least favorite, but I mean, I thought she did a very good job. I was expecting a lot more power, being what song it was, than we got. But I enjoyed her little arrangements of it. I mean, to me, because she dedicated this to her kids, it almost to me sounded like she arranged like an R&B lullaby. Because she wasn't like overbearing, and like this is a song that maybe she would sing to her kids as she's like putting them to bed.
Huh. See, I thought after this part in the song,
that seems like an insult.
She got good, but
I don't take that as an insult at all.
I think she would. I think that's insulting.
Put us to sleep.
Yeah.
Like relaxing her kids. If this was like dedicated to her kids, because she's not going the full force way that Whitney, did it in The Bodyguard.
I think you're just all about children in 4th grade and stretching in gym class tonight, and I don't know what's going on.
I'm leaving.
Chloe, what did you think of this song?
Let me bring it home. Here.
I'm being ganged up on tonight. Jeez.
I'm really glad that she sang this song for a Whitney song. And I really did like it. I mean, I can never not like a Whitney song. Let's be real. I was hoping though for the Whitney arm throw out at the end.
Oh, and that dress would have been perfect for it.
Boom, Whitney arm. I was waiting for it.
What a huge disappointment.
But overall, great, really great. But I think it's just one of those songs that even if you can sing it really well, I just don't think you should be singing it because nobody's gonna be like, oh, amazing. You know, like when Danielle sang the song tonight, you're like, oh, that was so great.
Because who even sings that song originally?
Exactly. And so I just feel like people aren't gonna go on iTunes and download this song from her because, I mean, maybe they will because she did sing it really well, but it's one of those things that it's like, well, it wasn't that much different than Whitney, and it still sounds great.
Yeah, which is also kind of dangerous of The Voice to do the whole charting in the top 10 thing, because it almost makes people have to be more strategic about what they sing, so that they can't take more risks in the competition.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
If they're so worried about their song charting, you know?
Yeah, it would be one of those things where if the majority of people that download songs tend to be, you know, like the teenagers listen, like, you know, the top 40 hits, then, you know, a lot of times it could be a disadvantage for someone to sing a song that's 20 years, 30 years old.
Yeah.
Or I don't think necessarily that, but I definitely think they have to make it their own for somebody to want to buy it and download
Well,
it.
and I think, so her next song was Bad Girls by Donna Summer. And
Which I will be downloading this off of iTunes.
I think we will, but I don't necessarily know if this will be a huge iTunes charter either. And I thought she did so great and looked great and owned the stage, but I don't know if it'll chart.
I think this one,
I think
between
it
her
will.
two
I think it
songs,
will.
You think it will?
would chart because, like, I don't own this song yet. You know,
that's
when you
true.
think about it like that, and you're like,
I think of Sister Act. Whoopi Goldberg getting out there.
but when you hear it, you're like, oh my God, I forgot I love this Donna Summer song. And you know what? I love Sasha. I love the way she sang it. I'm going to buy it.
Okay.
I need this.
I thought her dance moves were kind of like Disney Channel gone wild, because it was like a little dirty, but not, but like very family.
But still family friendly.
Because that's network television.
I know.
She has to.
And did you notice how we really didn't get many camera shots of when the girls went to dance in front of the coaches?
I know, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see, like, Adam's face, because, like, his dancer was super cute.
Usher apparently really enjoyed his private dance, as he called it. But this was, my main note for this song was just Sasha was just having a ton of fun.
I love seeing her do the upbeat songs too,
Yeah.
because vocally she still kills it, obviously, but she just, when she lets loose on stage, I think that's when she shines the most.
This performance was amazing.
I loved it. I loved the set.
How campy it was.
Yes.
Just so fun.
It was amazing, and her Broadway really came out, but I loved it, and from this performance, I would go pay to see her perform live, thinking, okay, if everything's gonna be like this, I wanna be there. I wanna see what else she's gonna do.
Yeah, because she really can own the stage. Like, she just turns it on and...
Oh, yeah. She
know.
owns the stage, absolutely.
It was just amazing. She wasn't on The Voice. She was on Sasha. She was in, like, her own show.
I wonder
The
what
Voice presents Sasha Allen.
What kind of album do you think she'll make after the show?
R&B.
I think it'll be a very Beyonce-like album.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Because listening to this song, listening to the songs, watching her sing it and perform it, if she can get really great songwriters and producers, she can make a Beyonce-like album, something that's very sassy, heavy beats.
But still, like, good vocals.
Yeah, exactly.
I would love that.
I would love it too.
Let's get
She is Sasha Fierce.
I know. There's another Sasha Fierce in town. Let's get into Michelle Chamuel. That's a mouthful.
Let's do it.
She's on Team Usher, obviously, and her first song tonight was Clarity by Zed. And before I talk about this, I'm going to say, in her defense, because I was actually very unimpressed by this song is so auto-tuned on the radio that even if Zed was singing it live, it wouldn't sound good.
That's a good point, because I did not like this performance either, but I hadn't thought about that, and you're right. This song is extremely electronic.
Yeah, and that's like supposed to be how it sounds.
But it's interesting because this song is like the type of music that you think she should be doing more.
No, but I think if her voice had effects on it, like Zed's did in the song, it would sound really cool. Like the studio version of this is probably really good.
Oh, yeah.
The music she's gonna make is what LaRue does, which you see in when she sings Time After Time. It's that song, and you just add beats under it. Because that's all like LaRue and Robin, all that type of music is very 80s style music, 80s, early 90s, but with just great like produced beats
Yep,
underneath.
very electronic.
Yeah.
And I thought for this too, especially like the verses, we kind of talked about this last week, when she hits the notes without the support, it's just a little shaky.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought when she got into the chorus, it was very shouty for me.
Yeah, this song was just not. This is my least favorite Michelle performance.
Yeah,
I didn't
so.
think
Wow.
anything was supported correctly. These notes are terrible,
And
and
she's
then
lucky
she yells.
she had 2 performances, because I think this
Yes.
one was forgettable and just not, I don't know. I like seeing her do something unique and quirky, and I was just very unimpressed.
You know, I'm kind of surprised. I don't by any means think that this was at the top of her work by any means, but I think it was still an enjoyable performance overall for the type of song it is, and the fact that she always owns the stage as well. The fact that she's really like the only one that can be out there by herself.
That's not true.
I think Sasha,
Yeah,
and
Sasha.
Amber both.
Yeah.
But they've been out there generally also with like the orchestra and band and stuff.
Amber's last performance was just Amber.
And Michelle, I think, doesn't do it with the band because I think she doesn't know how to work with the band. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
if it's necessarily
I think
great.
that might be
She-
part of her like
her whole
awkwardness.
career,
Yeah.
like building up to it, was touring with her rock band.
Right, but
But now she's singing like poppy dance music, so it might almost be like conflicting.
yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily like a great thing. I think she needs to be able to work on stage with other people and
Yeah.
see that. Like, when was the last time she really was like with the voice band?
Because I kind of like seeing them, even with Holly Tucker, who's gone now. Oh, we didn't even say she got voted off, by the way.
Oh yeah, Holly's gone.
By the way, Holly's gone.
voted off. We're all so upset about it.
We'll talk about it at the end of the show. We'll talk more about all of the news and gossip that goes along with that.
Oh yeah, there's good stuff. But when Holly had her moment on the stage when she was with the band, that's when I first started to like appreciate Holly, to see her interact, and I think it would be kind of cool to see Michelle do something.
Well, she did that
similar.
with Grenade a couple weeks ago, where like the band slowly, piece by piece, joined her on the stage. So she has had the moments with the band. She has had her moments without the band by herself.
She had
Mostly by
a
herself.
moment
Yeah,
with the band.
mostly by herself.
But it's okay. We still like her, Christian.
Yeah,
don't worry. Don't be
don't
sad.
worry.
No, I just find it very interesting that we're almost like 20 minutes into the show, and I think that I've been on an island this entire time by myself, trying to scream to you guys, hey!
Well, let's just say
I made points too,
there's
is that
a wrong,
right?
There's a wrong opinion and there's a right opinion. and we're right.
And the right opinion is standing on that island.
I don't think so. I think we all will agree Michelle's next song, Time After Time, was amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I loved what she did with it, because we've said before we like when she does these throwback songs. And we're all just kind of singing along, and then boom, she takes it and makes it her own, and all the cool stuff happens on stage. And I thought it was a great moment for her, and especially after her last song choice, she needed this.
Yes. And if you listen to it right now, you actually hear her supporting those
Yeah.
notes, which we haven't seen her do.
I think too,
Before.
though. Sorry for interrupting. I think it's because when she's listening to the original artist of this song, they support them. And I think in the other one, she's trying too hard to sound like Zed, who has all the effects on her voice.
Right. I think that's a really good point, because this is sort of pre-voice effects.
Yeah.
In the extreme way that they're used now. That's actually a really good point. She does imitate the way it sounds,
Yeah.
the way the original artist makes it sound.
And
That's
I think
interesting.
when she does throwback songs, that's when I'm more impressed with her vocally.
And she did like feel this one. She connected with this one a
Yeah.
lot more, being like she was dedicating it to Usher,
Which was so cute.
which was awesome because he's like,
So
time after time, you've
precious.
stood by me, you've stood up for me, you're backing me when I was down in myself and all that.
They're like such an odd coupling, but I
But
love
it's
them
great.
together.
It's great.
So fun.
And I really think Usher was touched. I don't think,
I think he was
brushed
too.
it off. I think he was really touched.
Do we think that was like a surprise?
I think so.
I hope so.
It might have been, and the fact that though, it started kind of like your typical time after time arrangement, but then all of a sudden, which we're going to get to, in a moment with the audio, all of a sudden it breaks out into what a Michelle song should be.
Yeah, and what it would sound like if it was on her record.
Yeah,
Right.
with the clock on the set just shattering, and then the band is behind the clock just rocking it out.
For sure. And I thought this performance put her in the finale. She's definitely going to be there. Do we all agree?
Well, Usher said, like, you're the champion. You won the thing. Oh, here comes that moment right here. You hear the clock shatter. And, you know, it's funny, though, when we're talking about how Usher was saying, like, you're the champion. One of my favorite lines that I've ever heard in the movie is that chicks dig champions. And that line comes from the movie Serial Buddies.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you like that segue?
Where are we going with this?
See, I told
It's hard to follow
you
some of
have
your
to
stories
listen to
tonight.
me because I finished them strong. You just can't interrupt me in the middle of it. I'm talking about Serial Buddies, which is that hilarious comedy that is now out on DVD and Blu-ray.
iTunes.
And on iTunes.
And iTunes as well, yeah. You can get it on all those fun
Just digital
things.
download.
The what?
You can download it on iTunes and at serialbuddies.com. We'll have another DVD release later this year.
There you go.
That's what I said. iTunes. It's only like $4 or $5.
Yeah.
So everybody can afford it.
And it's hilarious. I mean, it was produced by Maria Menounos and Kevin Undergaro, and Maria stars in it, along with all other great,
Tons of people.
Everybody
hilarious
and their
celebrities.
moms.
Kathy Lee Gifford, Artie Lang, Christopher Lloyd.
Beth Bears from Two Broke Girls.
Hilarious.
You name it, they're in it.
It's funny.
And, you know, all the money that's made from the, purchasing, you know, that movie all goes to AfterBuzz to help us keep bringing you guys what you enjoy. All these great podcasts with no commercial interruptions, no pop-ups online, none of that stuff. We want to keep it that way for you. And the way what we can do that is by you guys going to serialbuddies.com or following them on Twitter at serial_buddies and buying that hilarious movie.
Do it. Let's get into Danielle Bradbery, or as I'm going to shout this guy out on Twitter.
Uh-oh.
Me and Chloe.
Uh-oh.
His name is
He's a very loyal.
Stall.
Yeah, he's a very
Leo.
loyal Twitter follower.
We're stalling.
Leo J 1984 follows us on Twitter, and he calls Danielle Bradbery Danielle Blandberry. Not from my mouth, from Leo J 1984. Thank you, Leo. Love
Thanks,
it.
Leo. Leo
Thanks for
always
watching.
has great texts.
He does.
Or tweets, I mean. We're
I
not
will say
texting.
Danielle Blandberry was not, I'll say her real name, Danielle Bradbery. I was kind of impressed with her tonight.
I was
and
too.
this is the first
I
time
was
I've said
too.
this in the whole season.
You
So
said you
I'm-
got chills.
I got chills. I'm putting my foot in my mouth. Danielle, I kind of liked you tonight.
I did too.
Well, let's talk about the first song.
First song, Please
Okay.
Remember Me by Tim McGraw.
Did not like that one.
She was bored out of her mind
During
on
the
stage.
verses. Can we hear that one, Steven?
I don't have it.
Oh.
It's okay. You don't need to hear it.
Yeah,
It was
it's not-
bad.
let me tell you what happens. Nothing. She stands there with the mic in the verses, but then I thought as soon as she got to the chorus, she connected really well.
But I mean, the whole time, like, you know, she was just kind of looking around, no real expression
Yeah,
on her
I wrote
face.
that she looks like a lost puppy.
This is like, oh yeah, hey, I'm still here.
Yeah.
Cool. That's nice. What a surprise.
But that was cool.
and-
Tim McGraw made her that shout out video.
That was cool.
All the shout out videos tonight were so cool. Tim McGraw, Katy Perry, Vince Gill. I mean, that's
like,
amazing.
I know, star-studded night.
Seriously, the voice is bringing it.
What did you think of it?
I think it was a terrible song choice for her. I don't get it. Why would she sing that song? Why would she pick? If Blake picked it for her, what's he thinking? If she picked it for herself, which I don't think she did, terrible choice. And you see it in the next one.
Yeah.
Because when she has a song that she connects with, which I think is the first song she's ever connected with
Yep.
this whole season,
Yep.
she comes alive.
So next up, Who I Am by Jessica Andrews.
And this was one that she dedicates like to her friends and her family because this was like her own choice. So it was like, hey Blake, look, there's a song that I like.
But I also thought, because I've kind of given her crap for stealing whatever Taylor Swift does on stage, she looked like Danielle. She wasn't stealing anybody else's look. I loved what she did with the setup with her baby pictures in the back.
That was cool.
And lyrically, she could relate to it. And you could tell when she was singing about her mom or growing old.
She was connecting.
She actually meant what she was singing. And when she walked over to her mom, it was the cutest thing. And I got chills all over my body, Danielle. I'm going to download this song on iTunes.
No, really.
You're welcome.
Not only are you going to download this song on iTunes, this song is probably going to be #1 on iTunes because of how good it was and how we finally found a connection
this
with
is
Danielle
what
Bradbery.
we
This is what we
wanted her to
waited
do.
all season.
Well, what's interesting is this song, she didn't change it in any way.
No.
This is one of my first country songs that I ever really fell in love with. And I think because all young girls can relate to this song. And as soon as they said what she was singing, I was like, this is the best song choice you could ever
Yep.
have for her. And I'm so glad she sang it. And She is in the finale because of this performance. For sure, 100%.
Yeah, oh, for sure. She's got to be.
Yeah, this is the first performance all season where I think all three of us can say, Danielle, we love this performance.
Yeah.
This is the only one that we could say.
I'm trying to think of what other songs. I think Strawberry Wine she should sing.
See, but I want
It's
her
right
to,
along these
I want
four.
her to do something shocking. And not in a way that she has to go crazy, but do something that we don't expect.
Kind of like how Taylor Swift sang with Def Leppard.
Yeah, something like
Something
that.
like
something
fun like that.
like just a little. Or I keep saying I want her to do a Hunter Hayes song.
That would be cool, but
I
that's
think
not
that'd be
shocking.
cool. No, but like, I think the Def Leppard. I'm trying to think what else. Like Selena Gomez, do something like
Selena Gomez would be really fun. I think
just something like "Love You Like a Love Song,"
yeah.
like something more fun and younger.
Definitely.
and
Something
just
that she
kind
could
of veer
connect
off.
to.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
I think she should sing Strawberry Wine though. It's so funny. She's really good at all like the great 90s country.
Yeah, she really is.
It's like this. She could do Strawberry,
Strawberry Wine is my jam.
Oh my God. She actually should sing it. She should really sing Strawberry Wine. I would actually really like you to sing that, Danielle Bradbery. I would look forward to that.
Yeah, but Danielle, I think I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but I'm
Oh my
definitely
gosh.
impressed by this performance.
You know what she needs to sing?
What?
Is that Leanne Rimes song?
Oh, that one.
It's like her biggest song from the 90s.
How Do I Live Without You?
Yes, How Do I Live?
Didn't she sing that?
Nope.
So-
See? She said
It seems like she would have.
she should. And it's hard vocally. That's a hard song to sing.
We have to
She
give
could
her
do
credit
it.
because she is vocally really, really
Well,
good.
she's an incredible singer. There's no denying that. Like, she's always been a good performer. It's just we never feel like she's feeling the song, and that lowers
Until tonight?
the performance.
Yeah.
Until tonight, until this performance.
And I will say though, Blake, I think Blake is hurting her more than helping her in this aspect of her performing, because you never see him give her. I guess we didn't really see any coaches' critiques tonight, anyways. But you never see him
I was
giving
kinda
her
bummed
any
about that.
sort of like constructive criticism, like, "Hey, you didn't really connect to this song." It's always just, "I'm going to stand up and give you a standing ovation. You're so good, you have nothing to work on." And I think if she worked on this aspect, she could go above and beyond.
Totally. I really saw her kind of blossom tonight.
Yeah, tonight was the first night I thought she could have a legitimate career after the show.
Yeah, and when you go to buy this song on iTunes, go check us out on iTunes.
Yeah.
And be sure to rate and comment and give us 5 stars. We really appreciate it. And check us out on YouTube as well. We love commenting back with you guys.
We were
after you
all
watch.
having some
we
long
actually
conversations.
I just got a tweet from Andrew Butts, and it was at me and Christian.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of iTunes, when you comment or Twitter, we
We
tweet you all
respond.
back.
We'll talk to you.
He says, "Funny how harsh you are on the Swans when they are safe, and Sasha and Amber are going home." Andrew, no.
Hey, everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Oh my goodness.
But he's
Andrew.
wrong.
Well, let's get into Amber.
Let's do Amber.
So Amber's first song was "Firework" by Katy Perry, and Katy Perry gave her that little shout-out video. It was so cute. I thought that Amber vocally sounded great. The arrangement of the song was just
arrangement-
kind of funky.
it was weird.
And something was going on, I think, in her ear because she took out the earpiece while she was singing.
She looked uncomfortable on stage with this one.
Oh, see, I thought she looked comfortable.
No, see, I didn't
thought
think she looked easy because I mean she was still singing it great, but I was watching her and to me I was sensing something was wrong. I don't know whether it was what she was doing, some of the band was doing, or something, but it had an uneasy feeling to it to me.
I don't know. I didn't really see that besides her just taking her earpiece out, but that's just so she doesn't have to hear herself.
Yeah.
She can just sing. But it just was so weird.
Yeah, there's something not right, but I will say, like, this song has a huge range, and the low notes sounded great, and so did the high notes, and that's one thing we've got to say. Her voice
Yes.
is so consistent.
Super supported, and it's a hard song to sing. It's a really hard song. Katy Perry even said tonight, that's a hard song. Good luck, girl.
She sang the hell out of it. It was just a weird arrangement.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have minded the Katy Perry version.
No.
Because that song's hard to sing.
Yeah, no, it's very hard. And Blake, credit her, this was probably the best compliment Blake gave all night,
Blake
saying
was
now you
actually
can
really-
sing anything.
Yeah, Blake was really nice to Amber tonight, which I think he's just been mean to her. because he's very competitive and wants to win, and he knows what he's doing.
Blake plays this game.
Oh, he
Blake has the
plays.
voice down. He knows to stand up for all his contestants. He knows that when he doesn't have anything good to say, like anything else to say about Danielle, he's gonna let everybody at home know that she hasn't changed very
She
much.
is so unaffected.
She's not affected. Okay, Blake, we get it. You know how to play the game, but like, be genuine.
Yeah.
Don't be so fake. It's so obvious.
But I
Bothers
mean,
me.
she back to Amber, but I completely agree with what you're saying. Toward the end of it, I forget which note she was holding out, but I was just like, oh damn, she's got it. I just don't know what
This
they did.
note right here?
Yep,
That
there
one.
you go. And I think she really is the most underrated singer in the competition.
I think so too.
She's probably been all season the most underrated.
And she's had the most out of anybody, the most consistent performances. She's never had a bad performance.
Totally.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I would love to see her win. I mean, I love Sasha and I love Michelle, but if Amber won The Voice, I mean, that's the definition of the show.
Yes, and that's
She
like the
came
American
from like
dream.
boring old little girl in that blue cardigan with that, terrible
mom haircut,
mom
soccer
hair
mom hair.
And
into this amazing, really, I mean, Adam was the only one to turn around for
Yeah,
her.
and she's like so feisty and
Yeah,
well, remember,
I love
Adam was
her.
the only one to turn around because at that point, he was pretty much him and I think Usher were the only ones that still had a spot left on their team. Otherwise, Blake would have turned immediately
I
for
don't
her
think
too.
so.
I think Blake would have turned.
I don't think
don't
her blind
know.
audition was that good. I remember being like, she's okay.
yeah, I remember thinking like, oh, she has a good voice, but I was kind of like, meh.
Yeah, the mom hair was
Yeah.
distracting.
but one thing you also got to think when we're talking about, with her winning The Voice, when we look at the 5 remaining people, which one of the 5 needs to win to have a legitimate career? And the answer to that really is Amber.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
the
okay.
Swon Brothers too, but
I think
think-
the Swon Brothers are still, even though the 3 of us aren't big fans of them, I think they're going to be fine. I think Michelle's going to be fine. Danielle's clearly going to be fine.
That nobody who's won The Voice has actually had that great of a career.
well, Cassidy Pope
Cassie
performed
Pope's
on
about
Tuesday.
to, I think.
Yeah,
and
she's
that
about to
song was
burst
great.
out. Yeah.
What did you guys think of her performance on Tuesday?
I thought it was great.
She was a little off at the beginning, and then I thought she kicked it into gear.
Yeah, it was probably just like a little rusty.
Yeah.
And then
But
going
then
into it.
I was really
she's
entertained
so
by it.
cute and's got such a great personality.
And Judith Hill performed this weekend at Pride and was apparently amazing. So that's awesome.
She was also on the Tonight Show last week.
Yeah, Judith is all over. it.
Yeah,
She's amazing.
I know. Oh, we've got one more Amber song to talk about, guys.
we do have one more
Yes.
Amber song.
Amber's got "Sad" by Maroon 5, and I think it's kind of cool when they do their judges' song. It's like a nice little tribute.
I like it
And
too.
she was just standing on the stage, Christian.
No, she didn't.
I'm
I'm not saying that no one's ever done it before, but I'm saying that Michelle's done it the most. I am being beat up today from you two for some reason.
I think you're just really sensitive tonight. I just want
up.
to say that I was so proud of her because she just connects so well to whatever she's singing, and I thought Blake was right when he said people don't give you enough credit for being such an emotional singer. Because whatever she's singing, you believe it.
Okay, I did not know her mom died. That
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no, we talked about that several weeks
Maybe
ago.
they did, but I forgot. Which is
Oh.
interesting because they usually like push all that kind of stuff on these shows. And when they brought it up again tonight, my heart was like re-broken for her.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my God, Amber. Like her package tonight was my favorite package.
Yep.
Just her whole family
And seeing
thing
her
was
with
so
her little
sweet.
sisters.
Yeah, she
She's
seemed
so
the most
nice.
genuine.
Yep.
She's genuine, definitely.
And this song is a song I think not many people have heard,
No.
at least unless you're a huge Maroon 5 fan, which I think is a disadvantage because there's no other fans coming in being like, oh my God, I love this song.
Yeah.
So really, I think she brought fans to it. I think that's really hard to come from. And she brought, this song I think is going to do really well on iTunes.
Adam's ecstatic because he's like, I got another single and we didn't even put it out.
I know, for real.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what Maroon 5 album this is off of, but I think the way
It's
she
got to
like
be their newest one, I think.
the
But I
way
don't
she
know for
moves from
sure.
like her chest to her head voice is so flawless.
Yes.
Right there was
And like
amazing.
effortless. And she's just so good. She needs to win this competition.
This song I will definitely buy.
Yeah.
Tonight.
And I already voted for her 10 times. I did while we're watching.
I am so nervous for her because I just feel like she doesn't have the hype of the other contestants, but she really is talented.
Which I don't
She's
get
incredibly
because
talented.
she's way more talented than any of the other contestants, I think.
Besides Sasha.
But I even think Sasha's had some okay performances.
Right.
I think
That's
Amber's
true.
been consistent the
No,
whole time.
I agree. I mean, as much as I love Michelle, Amber has probably been the most consistent
And Amber's,
performer of
I
all
think
of them all
because
season.
she has such a good voice, people don't realize all the risks she's taking in her songs.
That's true.
You know what I mean? To do a Katy Perry song, a Maroon 5 song, a Patsy Cline song, she's kind of done everything, and they all sound like Amber Carrington songs because she's so consistently good.
Even Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, he agreed with me there.
No,
I was waiting for him to throw things at me for that one.
No.
What songs do you guys want to hear her sing?
You go first because I need
Oh,
to think
wow.
about
Yeah, I
this.
need to think. That's an interesting question.
Because she really can do anything.
she
She shows
can.
so much
I
versatility.
want to hear her do Rascal Flatts, I'm Moving On. It's like old
Okay.
school Rascal Flatts.
Oh.
Or I'd like to hear her do like a Van Perry song.
I would love Take Me Downtown.
Yeah, that'd be so fun.
It's a hard song to sing, but it's fun and it's current, and I think she could kill it. And it's sassy. She could get her sass
I'd
in
like
there.
to hear her like completely different, do like Sweet Child of Mine.
You want a completely
that would be
different
great.
a song that popped in my head, which I'm sure would not pop in anyone's head, because the way that she arranges things and makes it her own. What if she did "Torn" by Natalie Imbruglia?
Oh my god.
Oh, that would be really good.
I think that'd be
Michelle
really
should do
fun.
that song.
Michelle could do it too.
Yeah.
In fact, Danielle could do that one
No,
too.
Michelle
Michelle-
would
that- Michelle
get on
would
the
Michelle
could do an
floor
arrangement
and,
of that
rip
one.
her shirt off and Michelle
Michelle
should
gone wild.
Michelle pull a Sasha. And
Yeah.
Michelle.
Actually, Sasha could do that
Please
too.
sing
We
to
just need that song on the competition.
I think
I'm
it's
still waiting for Halo too. I'm still waiting for Sasha to do Halo. How many
think-
times do I have to say that?
I think it's almost too obvious.
Yeah. I don't think she'll do any Beyonce.
I don't think she will either because I think she's
She doesn't want to be compared so
Yeah.
much because there already
to
is
the
comparison.
great Queen Bee.
Queen. Bet.
Okay. I want to get into predictions before news and gossip.
Okay.
Because
Okay, predictions
we gotta
first.
figure out.
It's a tough, tough episode.
Two are going home.
Two are going home. This is so sad. Okay, who do you think?
All right, so I'm gonna go first. Well,
Who do you want?
who do I
you
want and who
think?
do I think? Yeah, I was just going to say the same
That's
thing.
good, that's
okay.
good.
So I want the Swon Brothers and Danielle to go home. I think.
Wait, time out. Are we all in want on the same?
And I don't want Danielle to go home anymore.
Oh.
What?
I mean, I guess I do because the other three are my favorite, but I liked her tonight.
Oh no! We all said
okay.
this was a favorite
I won't be
tonight.
angry if she makes it to the next round. Because
Me
before
too.
I was going to be angry if she was in the finale,
That's
but
how
now
I
I'm
feel.
like, oh, she deserved the spot. There.
Yeah. So I mean, I want Swon Brothers and Danielle, not because I'm not a big country fan, but because I feel that out of the five remaining, they are the two least talented of the five. But I think it will be Swon Brothers and Amber that go home. And I don't want Amber to go home, but I think she's going home. And your finals will be Michelle, Sasha, and Danielle.
What do you think?
I think I'm not gonna say what I want because it's just too hard. The people that I definitely want going home are the Swon Brothers. But I think that sadly it's gonna be the Swon Brothers, not sadly for them, but sadly Michelle. I think the final.
How could you?
I
See?
think-
Okay.
No,
I
I mean-
think.
The only reason I would not say Michelle is because she does well on iTunes, but I think it will be Danielle, Sasha, and Amber in the finals.
Danielle,
Okay,
Sasha,
we're all
Amber.
in disagreement tonight because I
That's cool.
I don't want this to happen and I don't think it's going to happen, but I feel like Sasha will go home tonight.
No.
Sasha
kinda
and the
feel that
Swan
too.
Brothers. And
So we all
then
think the
finale-
Swon Brothers
yeah.
are gone.
Well, if they make it, I'm going to be so upset. So I think the finale would be Danielle, Michelle, and Amber.
I can see that too.
Because I think Amber tonight, especially with that last package put together of her, I think people are going to connect to that.
Yeah, Sasha's package wasn't great.
No. And I think it almost made her, I don't know, it didn't bring her down to earth like the other ones did.
Well, yeah, the one disadvantage I think when Sasha was when you brought up, we finally saw her fiance, who we didn't know works in the music industry.
Yeah, he's a music director.
I did not know that.
But why would that hurt her?
Well, just because she already had the connections going in, like they compare her to Judith a little bit, that she's already got
Yeah, but I
more
don't think that's
credentials there.
necessarily a factor because Cassidy Pope
I don't want it to be. I
but
hope it's
I mean,
not.
Cassidy Pope was signed to a label and toured with Fall Out Boy before
that's
she was
true.
on the show. So I don't think for The Voice that necessarily hinders people.
That's what I like about The Voice is that they do take those people
Yeah.
on. Like, that's the whole reason I love the show.
Because why do people only get one shot?
Exactly.
So, okay, well, we will see. One of us is bound to be right.
We hope.
Yeah.
What if the Swon Brothers don't go? That would be
Then
so
it's a
bad.
shame. It is a shame.
It's a dang shame.
It's a dang shame. And tweet at me, people. Bring it on, because the Swon Brothers are not good. I'm sorry. It's just truth. I speak the truth.
All right, but now we got some news and
Yeah,
gossip
let's-
as well, right?
Gossip.
do.
Let's do it.
TV news.
We have lots of great news and gossip. First, let's talk about Blake getting sassy on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody tweeted, a Dallas music critic tweeted about, or I don't know if it was Dallas, it was Texas for sure. I think it was Dallas, but tweeted about Holly coming back and how The Voice is sending a singer back to Texas, and it's okay because it's not the one they want in the finale. And Blake got really, really sassy, tweeted back to him and was like, nobody likes what you say. And then the crazy one said that he was like, he would never say this about my team or to me, to my face. Chicken shit.
Okay, this is my
Tweeted that
problem.
one.
If you're going to be on a competition show like this, you open yourself up to criticism.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not saying
absolutely.
the criticism is right or wrong, but this guy is a
That's
blogger.
why we're talking about
I
people
know.
we like and don't like.
And it's like, that's what makes the show what it is. People are talking about it.
Yeah.
It
And
just
if
made me think of this show.
Yeah, if she can't develop tough skin, then she can't. I know. I'm like, if Blake listened to us, he would hate us. I love me some Blake Shelton.
That was one
but-
thing. That was one thing. You know, we didn't really talk too much about Holly being eliminated. The thing that really upset me the most was just how. I mean, obviously it's an emotional moment. You're sad that you got knocked off, but there's crying and then there's crying,
Sobbing.
and she was crying.
No.
I liked it though. I
I
thought
kinda
it
did
was
too.
kind of like that.
Well, because you guys have black hearts, but
Just because we don't have stories about stretching in gym class doesn't mean we have black hearts.
Oh, I got stories about stretching in gym class. No, okay. The next, anyways.
I want to go back to that later. No.
Oh my God. Family show.
The next big news and gossip is that the one, the only Cher is going to be performing at the finale
Jeez.
for The Voice.
This is going to be either
That's right.
amazing or a train wreck.
It's going to be.
I'm leaning towards train wreck.
No. Remember when Britney opened the VMAs?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
it was Britney, bitch. It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like everyone's gonna be like, I'm so excited to see Cher, and it's gonna be like,
oh.
Like the fish was, yeah.
How many times has Cher retired?
17 and a
80s,
half.
yeah.
so many. I hope
Maybe
she does
this is
another
the final
tour.
performance. I kind of do
The
too.
final Cher tour again. So that's the biggest news and gossip.
Actually,
for-
the biggest news and gossip is that next week is our live event
Yeah, it is.
at,
The John Lovitz Comedy Club in Universal City Walk.
and you can buy the tickets online if you use the code
ABTV.
They go down to $10, and we've got Katrina Parker confirmed.
And we
I just blacked out.
we got former Voice contestants confirmed. We might have a few more surprise performances and performers come up, talk
We
to us.
do have surprise performers and performances.
Yeah, and you guys, we can't talk about it right now because it's still kind of secret, but potentially my girl, if you know who I mean, might be on the show.
Just saying.
Just saying.
There's nothing
It's in
confirmed
talks.
yet.
Yeah.
Nothing is
Nothing confirmed.
Nothing confirmed, so we can't say
But
it.
now you have
but
reason
you know
to
what
show
I mean.
up and go on and pre-buy tickets, please, please, please. We'll all be
And you
there
can
too.
hang out
Hello?
with us.
And if you don't even like us, you can
boo us.
tell us.
And if
No.
you don't like us, tweet at us. Christian, where can they find you?
If you want to support me as I lick my wounds from this week's beatdown that these two of them gave me this week for some reason.
Poor Christian.
You can follow me on Twitter at CRosieVOC and check me out Thursday at 6 Pacific time as I host WWE Main Event AfterBuzz.
And you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr at Chloe West X, and also on the So You Think You Can Dance after show on Wednesdays.
And I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Jason Ikeler, and I'm on the Kardashians after shows on Sundays, the Awkward after show on Wednesday, and we will be in here next week.
See you later.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.